It's so important to pick the right activity or select the right game that suits that person at that very moment. We can evoke emotions and stimulate mental activities to reduce apathy for people on the dementia journey. And apathy is sitting still, doing nothing at all. And if we think of stimulating people to become more active, we tend to think of inviting someone for a walk, to be physically active, or to engage in a conversation, to have social interaction. But also the experience of emotions, or just having a thought, or playing a game and thinking of something, thinking of an answer to a question, also that is better than sitting still. It's also a way to reduce apathy. And what is very important in providing the right activities or the right stimuli to respond mentally is that the activity perfectly matches the capability of someone in that phase in the dementia process. So as people that are in the earliest stage and still live at home can, for example, in the first phases still use the games or the activities, for example, the games that are written in the newspaper, can still use these, make these, and they're very beneficial. But if the dementia progresses a little bit, there's lots of brain games that are purposely made for people in the early stages of the dementia process. And those are very important because if a game relies on brain areas that are affected, so in other words, that they are actually too challenging for the person, they are the biggest demotivated to try it again. Because people get insecure, their self-efficacy is diminished. And they maybe even are ashamed, or they are frustrated. They're not capable of finishing the game that they might have done in the past so many times. So when people progress in the dementia journey and at some point move to a care home, also there it is so important to pick the right activity or select the right game that suits that person at that very moment. There's more activities nowadays that are developed specifically for people with dementia, more warm technology that can cater for these type of activities. And we all know it's a very common concept in the dementia care is reminiscence, so that you rely on experiences or memories from the past. Because these memories are last remaining in your brain. So you can tap into that old experience, but you can also tap into that old emotion and in sometimes even the knowledge that you knew what to do. So sometimes when people are experiencing or are relating to an old phase or an old activity they were so used to, they sometimes have more capabilities as that they had just an hour ago when they were in the here and now. And what we also know is that music is also something that is so ingrained in almost in our bodies, but actually obviously in our brains. And by playing the music from the past or playing the music that we've always loved, we can sort of re-establish or bring up that old memory and that old emotion, or maybe that old sort of feeling that we used to have. What we find very helpful in the dementia care, where people in later stages of dementia all live together in, for example, a dementia ward, is group games or group activities. So we share a moment together around the table, and if you provide the right stimuli or the right thing to do, you can very much share that old experience and share that emotion and sort of relive it together. And even though you're not exactly aware of who is who and what are we doing here together, you can feel very comfortable because you recognize it. You recognize that feeling and you recognize that emotion and that thought from the past. And all these little moments of emotion, of memories, of recognition are all such important moments to feel at home, but also feel sort of yourself and feel that you are at the right moment, at the right place. So all these little nudges almost in the day that we can evoke something that feels comfortable is so valuable for a good day in a dementia care ward.